on the Blitz. We start with our game of the week. The Ridgeland Titans on the road taking on the undefeated Murrah Mustangs. Plus, Northwest Rankin returns home looking to bounce back from their Week 4 loss to Madison Central. It's the Cougars hosting Brookhaven. And Pisgah looks to remain undefeated as they go on the road to face Richland. Week 5 of the Blitz starts now.
Welcome into Week 5 of the Blitz along with Carlos Garcia. I'm Marissa Stubbs. Listen, Carlos, we're halfway through the regular season. Week 5 is here.
That's insane.
I know. How you feeling?
5 weeks up, 5 weeks down?
I know, right? It's Week 5 for almost everything, though. College football is approaching Week 5.
Crazy.
NFL is on Week 4. Football is just going by fast.
Football season in general has just been, we've been really blessed.
Right.
Starting with high school games, college football, it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
The whole weekend is jam-packed.
And tonight's matchups were even better. Let's get right to it.
Let's get right to it. Alrighty, let's start with our game of the week. It's Ridgeland on the road taking on the Murrah Mustangs. This one was a battle between two hot teams, undefeated Murrah and the 3-1 Ridgeland Titans. And this one started off hot. It's the Titans running back, Cornelius Caraway, bouncing to the outside, crossing the pylon, and giving Ridgeland the 7-0 lead. But here come the Mustangs. A quick strike. Justice Williams hits Brayshawn Forbes, who's just going to blow past everyone in for 6. And then right after that score, Caden Qualls splitting the defense for the Titans, running up the seam on the kick return. A huge game. He's going to take a huge hit right there, but he'll hold on to the football. And then a couple plays later, he sets up DK Wallace, finding a wide open Devin Griffin for 6. And Marissa, at this point, Ridgeland is just putting it on. Jalen Johnson wide open for another Titan score. But hold on, don't count out Murrah just yet. It's Cicero Brown III. He's going to walk his way, dancing his way into the end zone to chip away at that lead. But Cornelius Caraway, he's got something to say. Taking the handoff in for 6, his second score of the night. And after a back and forth, Cicero Brown, again, we just called his name. He's going to mean mug his way into the end zone, fighting off tackles, and Murrah takes the lead with 2 minutes left. And then a pivotal final play, the final seconds of the game. It appears Ridgeland was just short of a 4th and down conversion, and it was indeed ruled short. So Murrah completes the comeback and wins 34-28. And after the game, Mustang head coach Marcus Gibson spoke about what it meant to get a win versus Ridgeland this time around.
Well, look, it's a testament to guys buying in and stuff you selling them. Our deal is about getting our kids to progress in every facet of life. And sometimes you do that assessment on the football field. It worked out for us tonight. Didn't work out for us last year over there. And I was just proud of my kids and the way they played tonight.
Congratulations to the Mustangs. How about we take one more look at the final score? As you see, they came out on top. 34-28 was the final.
Yeah, big game between two hot offenses. All right, now let's take a look at Germantown heading to Pearl to face the Pirates.
Yeah, Carlos, the Pirates came into tonight looking to build off last week's win against Ridgeland. So right here, Pirates with the ball. The QB is looking long and downfield, but the receiver can't haul this one in. So Germantown takes over. And right here, the QB slings it out to his right, and the receiver, Trayden Stevenson, well, he says bye-bye. Look at him weaving through defenders. But the sour part about this play is he stepped out of bounds near the goal line, so Mavericks will have it back. And right here, QB Rhett Murphy lets his running back get in the end zone, and the Pirates just couldn't come back in this one. The Mavericks will win it 18-7.
All right, let's head over to Warren Central where the Vikings take on the Jaguars. We'll start with this sky-high punt there. Warren Central's return team looks like a fleet of Navy ships, just blockers setting up a huge drive, great field position. That drive would end in 3 points, so we're knotted at 10 apiece here. But then Madison Central's quarterback, Jaden Johnson, steps back in the pocket. Look at that poise, that confidence. He's going to throw one, a 50-yard bomb, a tip drill, touchdown to Zay Hart, getting that one just on the back line of the end zone. So Madison Central is up 17-10 over Warren Central. But then again, it's Madison Central not taking their foot off the gas. Johnson in the wheel route. He's going to find his running back, Glenn Singleton, a name you've heard in plenty of Blitz 16 Friday night shows. So the lead now is 17-10. We'll jump ahead to the fourth quarter. Warren Central looking to come back, looking to tie this one up at 17. It's Nash Morgan. He's going to stand in there. We're going to see Morgan coming up in a little bit. Warren Central, I mean, they're just completely dominating, trying to get back into this one. There's Morgan. So Nash Morgan steps back and unloads the cannon. Michael Collins. What goes up must come down, and he's going to haul that one in. But Madison Central holds a 31-17 advantage, and ultimately they would get the win. 34-21, the victory over Warren Central. All right, now Brandon at 4-1 traveled to Gulfport, sitting with a 3-2 record for a crucial showdown. We'll pick up action in the second quarter. It's Sladen Shack of Brandon throwing one up to screen pass. That's Quincy Phillips Jr. for a 6-yard gain. And now Brandon leading 21-0, the third quarter now. Gulfport's quarterback Dane Sullivan, a 25-yard gain to Trevin Deans, making a couple defenders miss. And one more time, that spark was snuffed out though. Sullivan is picked off. It's Brandon's LaHare Bowles jumping out in front of this one. And there goes the fleet. The camaraderie, all his boys are up in front of him. He's gonna take this one 64 yards to the house. Pick up that phone, young man. The pick six is calling your name. So now the score is 35-0 after another touchdown. And in the end, Brandon securing a dominant victory. 42-0 the shutout over Gulfport.
And now let's go over to Northwest Rankin versus Brookhaven. The QB takes a snap, looks downfield, but this one is picked off by Rabe Crosby, and the Cougars would now take over. So now QB Gavin Phillipson looks to his right, and he connects with wide receiver Deshaun Dillon for 6 touchdown. The Cougars in the second quarter. Cougars have it again, and they hand off to the running back, and he goes straight up the middle, tells a man to move, and he goes in. The Cougars would go up 14-0, but will win a close one. 35-30 was the final on homecoming night. Congratulations to the Cougars. And now let's take a look at Provine facing off against Terry. Now, the undefeated Terry Bulldogs lead the winless Provine Rams 14-0 in the second quarter. Right here, the Bulldogs, Kashawn Kendrick ran around the left and into the end zone. Terry goes up 20-0. Then QB Kendrick hits Antoine Williams for the big gain. You see he shifts to the left, and guess what, y'all? After that, it was nothing but green grass in front of him. On the next play, you would eventually see, after he gets in the end zone, Rondé Baker right here. He has reservations for 6, and the Bulldogs go up 27-0. But listen, the Bulldogs came out victorious, winning this one 43-0.
All righty, we got more football on the way. Coming up after the break, we'll see what the MAIS teams have in store for us next. More on the Blitz coming up next.
You're watching Blitz on 16 WABT.
Welcome back. Just like that, we are back. Carlos, any comments about the game of the week? I mean, two explosive teams going out there and leaving it all out on the field.
Absolutely, a super highly anticipated matchup. I mean, Murrah's offense is putting up like 38 points a game. They scored 55 last week in a huge win. And then on the other side of things, Ridgeland, they only gave up 7 points coming into this one. You know, I think their last 3 games was like 6 points, 0 points, and 3 points allowed. So huge defense versus offense battle. Obviously, Murrah getting the win. Shout out QB Justice Williams. I mean, he did it all on the run, on the throw.
It's going to be fun to watch them in the playoffs for sure.
Absolutely.
And they're 4-1, so they have a pretty good stretch of making it there. We only got 5 more weeks left in the regular season, so we'll see how they do.
Yeah, they'll be good, but we got plenty of more games. Let's check out some of the other action we got lined up and take ahead some of the action from the MAIS teams.
Yeah, we go over to the 4-1 Copiah Academy Colonels hosting the 3-2 Leak Academy Rebels. Jamarcus Grayer tries the right side, but he cuts back and reverses for a big gain. And y'all, he must have put some Vaseline on because the defenders just couldn't bring him down. You see, he is still on his feet. Now, 2 plays later, Grayer then tries the same thing, but this time he does not stop until he gets in the end zone. Talk about making something out of nothing. He sees nobody but his teammate in front of him. Copiah Academy goes up 7-0. The Colonels would hold on to win this one 28-21.
All right, Jackson Prep, looking to stay hot going up against Evangelical Christian Academy. We're going to start in the first quarter. Prep's quarterback, Parker Puckett, you've heard his name before, finds a wide open John Maddox. He's just going to loft one up, and Maddox is going to walk his way in for 6. Prep's going to take an early 7-0 lead over Evangelical, but on the very next possession, Henry House with a huge 28-yard run to kind of put a little bit of spark in that offense. And then we're going to jump ahead to the third quarter. Prep with the bad snap, but senior quarterback Puckett, he's going to have no problem with it at all. Picks the ball up, calls his number, takes it in for 6, and Prep wins this one 28-0 over Evangelical Christian Academy.
All right, why don't you say we take a look at some final scores from tonight. So first up, we have Canton Academy. They were on the road against Tri-County Rebels. Well, the Rebels came out on top. 47-7 was the final for that game.
And Central Hines squeaking out a 1-score victory, 21-13.
All right, and now we go over to Clinton Christian Academy Warriors, and they took on the Winston Patriots. The final for that game was 47-14.
And East Rankin getting a huge win, 37-31 over Ammett School and those Rebels.
Okay, let's see if we got any more. No, we don't. So up next, we step away from the football field to highlight this week's Blitz 16 Player of the Week winner. Stay with us. More of the Blitz is on the way. Welcome back to the Blitz. It's now time to highlight our player of the week. Out of the 3 nominees, senior running back Jeremiah Wilson had the most votes. Jeremiah finished last Friday with 23 carries for 200 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Now this morning, we caught up with Jeremiah to speak about his recent honors.
It means a lot knowing that I got this much support throughout the school, the community, and everybody just casting their vote out. The Lanier Alumni Association, I'm just proud of everybody. I thank y'all. It was amazing knowing I was coming back from an injury. I had to make up for like 2 games, so I had my mindset from the start.
All right, now congratulations again to Jeremiah. Now we also caught up with first-year head coach Tommy Kelly as he reflected on what Jeremiah brings to this team.
A very hard-working kid, good kid in the classroom, excellent leader on the field, man. One of the first kids down on the field. Every day, one of the last kids out the field, you know what I'm saying? So he's a great example of what we're trying to produce here at Lanier High School, and I'm just happy for him because after the first game, he had a good first game, got hurt with a rib injury, so he was out the next 2 games. So for him to come back against Far Hill and play like that, that was very big.
Okay, next week we need a new winner. Listen, here is how to nominate the next player of the week. In an email, send Carlos and myself the player's name, classification, school, position, and of course their stats from their game. Our emails are right on your screen. You have until Sundays at 4 p.m. to submit your nominees. The nominees will be announced on Sundays during our 5:30 p.m. newscast. The voting window opens on WAPT.com after the nominees are revealed at 5:30 on Sunday. And please remember, the voting window closes Wednesday at noon. All right, we go back out to the football field for more highlights. Stay with us. Don't touch that remote. More of the Blitz on the way.
All right, it says head, but we're going to zoom like a tail. All right, okay. All right, Northwest won the toss, and they defer to the second half.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Blitz. We head back out to the field for more action, right?
Yeah, Lanier is on the road taking on Jim Hill tonight, Carlos. Listen, QB number 9, Daryl Roberts from Lanier hands it off to Jeremiah Wilson. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is why he's our Blitz 16 player of the week. This is good for a touchdown, just an explosive play right there by Wilson. Now, Jim Hill's QB throws the ball to number 4, Jarvis Curtis, who would advance easily, but watch here. Boom, he gets tackled. All right, so on the next play, Lanier QB, he keeps the ball and he runs through the defense to get a touchdown. The Bulldogs up big in this one, so Jim Hill would try to answer back, and we're going to see if they do. You're going to see right here, Jim Hill's QB, he throws the ball to number 3, Jacarius Clark, who advances, but he would then get brought down. Now, this one will be all Bulldogs as they win 32-12.
Now to Madison County. In the Battle of the St. Joes, it's Greenville, the Fighting Irish, versus the Madison St. Bruins. We're going to pick this one up in the first quarter. Bruins quarterback Drew Wamble, a previous Blitz 16 Player of the Week, finds his running back Cyrone McBeath in the flat, and he's not going to go down gently. All the way down inside the 1. And why not let the man finish the job, repaying him for his hard work, punching it in for the score. And then on the 2-point conversion, Wamble's gonna take it himself and he's gonna cross the plane. That's good. Bruins up 8, but the Fighting Irish, they keep fighting. Greenville's quarterback handing it off to the fullback and even faking out our cameraman. So touchdown for the Fighting Irish. And then let's try for 2. And they score there, the 2-point conversion. So now we're tied at 8 apiece. But the Fighting Irish fight to the end and they'd go on to beat Madison St. Joe's 30-16.
All right, Carlos, our next matchup is Pisgah on the road facing off against Ridgeland. So now we check out right here is QB Ethan Prater. He's going to run the ball, and Ethan Prater says, listen, this one is mine, as he gets the touchdown. Now, Pisgah would eventually kick the ball, and the extra point would be good. So after that, Pisgah would then get it back, and you're going to see Ethan Prater right here. He's going to run the ball, but he would get tackled. The defense said, not this time. So number QB, Warner Young. After that play, he's going to hand this one off to number 22, Noah Spears, and he scores the touchdown. But you see, it was all Pisgah in this one. Final was 31-0.
The 3-1 Canton Tigers hosted the Neshoba Central Rockets. Not much action in the first half. We'll jump ahead to the third. It's the Tigers up 14-7, and the quarterback, affectionately named Machine Gun, he's going to gun it to his wide receiver. They call him Megatron, and watch him transform the pass into yards after catch, but that duo ain't done. I believe they call this the 2-piece special. Tigers QB scrambling, and he's going to find his favorite target. Another transformation there, this time for 6. Missed extra point though, but it doesn't matter because Canton would end up winning this one 26-7.
And now let's check out some more final scores. So up first we have Port Gibson. They played against Crystal Springs, but they came out with a 38-27 win.
And Yazoo City and Vicksburg only 1 score each in that one. A measly 8-7 final score.
Ooh, low scoring affair. Now we go over to Pelahatchie taking on Morton. Morton came out with a 52-0 blowout.
And Velma Jackson and League Central. Velma Jackson, the Falcons would get that win 32-13.
All right. Hey, y'all, get ready for the best plays of the night. The high five, the top 5 plays are coming up next on The Blitz. Welcome back. Listen, Carlos, so many great matchups tonight. Northwest Rankin, homecoming win. It was a lot of homecomings tonight, actually.
Yeah.
But they came away with a close win, 35-30, really pulling that game out at the end.
For sure, and I think the one thing that stood out to me was Player of the Week this week, Jeremiah Wilson.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Fighting through adversity, obviously the rib injury, kind of being sidelined 2 weeks, but you know, Lanier's running back just coming out. A lot of twos in his stat line, 23 carries, 200 yards, 2 scores. He got it done, and he's a huge reason why Lanier's been really, really successful so far this year.
Right, and we talk about their success, but the ability to be consistent on the day in and day out basis after an injury is just spectacular for a player like him.
It's like he hit the field and it was like, he kind of took 2 weeks off
I
for
know,
himself.
right? He probably put some Icy Hot on it. You ever used Icy Hot?
Oh, it works.
All the time. It works wonders.
It feels great.
I
All right,
know.
and speaking of working wonders, let's check out some of the most wonderful plays. The high five, the top 5 plays of the night. Here we
Let's go ahead and roll them. So we got number 5, the Copaya Academy. Jamarcus Grayer tries the right side, but he reverses. And listen, y'all, he does not stop. You've seen it before. You're going to see it again. He goes all the way to the end zone. He left it all out on the field tonight.
All right, play number 4, Marissa, you just talked about this. Northwest Rankin, QB Gavin Phillipson finding a wide open receiver, Deshaun Dillon. He's gonna extend to the pylon, catching this one in the flats, beating his man and getting ripped down, but he's gonna get 6.
All right, how about number 3? Right here, Brandon Slaher Bowles jumped in front of a pass for a stunning interception, and then he just did the dash. 64 yards for a pick 6. Listen, that widened the gap to 35-0. He said, bye-bye, everybody.
Huge win there for Brandon. All right, number 2, Northwest Rankin, another Northwest Rankin play. It's the running back, Trip Weekly, straight up the gut, stiff-arming a man, sending him straight to the turf. I know he had some of those turf pellets in his face guard.
I got some in my shoe right now, Carlos, because like I said, that was the game I was at. But hey, let's move on to number 1, all right? Madison Central quarterback Jaden Johnson. He threw a 50-yard touchdown pass to Zay Hart, who mossed 2 defenders on the way down for the score, putting Madison ahead 17-10 over Warren Central. Once again, Carlos, another week, great matchups, great players, great teams, coaches all across the board. What do you say, we do it again next week?
An all-around great affair. I think we got to do it again next week.
All right, well, hey, remember you can catch Joe Cook right here for 4th and Goal. Tomorrow, Ole Miss will be playing Kentucky. Carlos is also going to be at that game. That'll do it for us tonight. See you later. And be